Hello, everyone, and welcome to Storm King's Thunder Big Boy Season.
Big boy.
Little weak. Let's try it one more time. Hello, and welcome everyone to Storm King's Thunder Big Boy Season.
Big boy.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Tom.
Nice, Tom.
God damn it, Tom.
Because I hate Tom.
Me too. Me too. I really am gonna kill Kaiser.
Oh.
Anyway, we are back for episode 24 of our Storm King's Thunder campaign set in the Forgotten Realms. Joined by our wonderful cast of players. Before we get started, make sure that you're... just saw a delayed reaction and it fucked me up. Okay. Make sure you're following the channel. As you enjoyed tonight's stream, please consider subscribing and always remember our various partners such as Roll20, Dice Envy, and Animal Helper. Let's do our introductions. Faye.
Hello, I'm Faye. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at itsfaye, where I do all the TFT all the time. And tonight I'm playing Aubrey Harper, the Human Artificer.
Crowan.
Hello, my name is Crowan. I also do TFT stuff. I stream on twitch.tv/Crowan. Find me there on Twitter as well, and YouTube and Instagram at C9Crowan. And I will be playing, of course, Zane Korakai from Mirabar, as we are leaving Mirabar, but still from Mirabar.
Yep, that's how that works. Casa.
Hello, I am Casanova. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Casanova Hots, where I stream Legends of Runeterra content as I slowly wither away from grinding. But it's a very fun game. You should come watch my content sometime. Anyways, I play Lucius Cavaleris, the human bard not from Mirabar.
Oh.
Strange.
Or is he?
Or, yeah. You never know.
Plot twist.
Yeah, May.
Hi, I'm May. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at maybebuzz. I also work at Cloud9, but I'm not good at video games, so I don't play video games. Actually pretty good, whatever. I play Alyssa Soloniari and Asimar Druid. And I am also not from Mirabar. I am from the woods.
It's funny that when you work at a stream based or esports based institution, it's like you're like, I just work there.
I wish I had time to play video games.
Yeah.
I used to be good at Overwatch, but Overwatch is bad. So.
Sad. Oh, okay, well.
You legally say that? Is it clear? You need to shut down the VOD or...
That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. No one's watching. It's fine.
I'm
Tom.
watching.
Yeah. Tom's turn.
Hello, Tom here. Back with another episode. Storm King's Thunder. I just come here and play, so I'm a drow fighter that stabs people.
With
A
sword.
Well, he's supposed to answer that
Yeah,
question. I feel like
I thought we were finishing
I
those
do that.
sentences.
Tom thought that's what we were doing, so I had to then say it.
Yeah,
but I thought you
had
were just
to.
gonna
I locked
say
you
both.
in.
Yeah, you. Yeah. And here we are.
Here we are.
God, here we are.
Okay, then. That was something that we all experienced.
I wish we didn't.
Yes, we all do. Tom, please.
What'd I do?
No, you're fine. I didn't say anything.
You said Tom, please.
Okay, continue. I'm gonna go ahead and do the recap. So when we last left the party, they had just journeyed into the city of Mirabar and met the Marchion of Mirabar, and met Zane's family and got acquainted with the lovely mountain town, the Jewel of the North, I think it's called. They quickly hatched a scheme to modify the memory of the Martian of Mirabar to help Zane reunite with his beloved, an Iriaki, the Martian's daughter, who the Martian expressly forbid Zane and her from reuniting. They threw a party, but because of the intervention of the Fey creatures, they thought better of it, and Zane was able to reunite with Ariaki through a dream spell, actually, a potion which induced a dream spell. A very tender moment was had, but Lemmy, Lemmy Two Shoes, the Mind Mage they enlisted for the Modify Memory spell, eyes got a little too big for his stomach, and he attempted to play his own gambit. He was imprisoned by Mr. Agir, the Abjuration Wizard who protects the Martian of Mirabar, and the party then investigated Lemmy's shop, and May narrowly escaped the clutches of Mr. Agir, but it was then later kind of revealed that he pretty much knew what she was or had a hunch, but at the end of the day, the party was able to leave Mirabar largely unscathed, reunite with Harshnag, and we pick back up, I believe, in the morning. I don't think y'all I believe decided to sleep over and then set out in the morning, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yep.
As they journey towards the Eye of the Allfather in the cold, cold, high mountains of the spine of the world. So you wake up that morning and begin to set on your journey. What do you wish to do?
Good question.
Yeah, always.
Heading to the Allfather, I believe.
Yes.
Some breakfast and then go.
Lead the way, Harsh. That's my nickname for him.
Okay.
So what he said? Okay.
Okay. Harshnag will, in fact, lead you on the way. Thankfully, because of your giant companion, you are able to get to the mountains. Let's talk about how long this is going to take, first of all. The journey to the Eye of the Allfather is about 150 miles.
That's a lot.
Yep. So that is about 5 days worth of travel.
We have horses. Just make sure.
Horses are 28 miles a day.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. Also, the horses become far less advantageous once you get to the mountains because you no longer have proper rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, 5 days by normal horse travel, but a little longer. Really chalk it up to maybe a week because once you hit the mountains, it will become a treacherous journey.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
I guess Zane would quickly ask Harshnag, is there anything that we have to worry about on our journey to the Eye of the Allfather? Anything that is trying to stop us from getting there that you know?
Nothing that I know of. The Eye of the Allfather is protected, as I said, by ancient giant runes and magic that conceals its position from non-giant kin. Also, its location itself is lost to history, and only a few giants know of its location. Although they say many hear the oracle's call. There may be, along the way, many denizens of the cold mountains, creatures and of the wild that are dangerous, but I'm with you and will help you ward off any offenders.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Thank you for your guidance on this journey, Harshnag.
And you are prepared for cold weather? Yes, everyone has some nice cold weather clothes and the like?
We are, yes.
Yep.
Okay.
We gathered some things in nearby.
Okay. Then we can set off, and we will be passing... We are going to be avoiding the mines of Mirabar, obviously, so we will be then going through the valley of Kerdoon. And we'll be approaching the Eye of the Allfather from the southeast. Unfortunately, this takes us very close to where they say a great worm lives. powerful and ancient foe of dragonkind. But we will hopefully not run into the creature.
Worm as in W-O-R-M or W-Y-R-M?
W-O-R-M.
Okay. It's surprising that's a problem for dragons, since dragons can fly. Do you know why it's a problem for dragons?
I'm sorry. It is, I misspoke. It is a descendant of dragons. It is an ancient enemy of giants.
Oh, okay.
It is home to, there are some Uthgard barbarians that worship at that cave and offer its denizen great tribute. But we'll be at least a day or half a day's journey from it, so we shouldn't run into any trouble.
All right.
All right. All right. So, as you set off on your journey, it takes about 3 days, and once you enter the Valley of Cardoon, it takes you 3 days to get you past Mirabar, through the hills, and then on towards through the Valley of Cardoon. Once you reach the Valley of Cardoon and begin making your way northeasterly, you do start to run into that more treacherous, cold, unforgiving, and dangerous terrain. You do have to abandon your horses because they are becoming far more of a liability than anything else. And once you get to the mountain and begin your climb, your ascent, your ability to travel is essentially cut in half or quartered. There's a lot of climbing and things like that. Luckily, with Harshnag, a lot of the more treacherous passages you're able to avoid, and he helps you all along. He carries you, those of you who are not very strong, he carries you on the back. He hoists those of you up, and you guys, create a human chain up the mountains as you go. All along the way, you do see small semblances of lives, little campsites where hunters seem to be resting. Old ancient ruins of temples long forgotten. Some even semi-stable structures that you use for brief respite in the night. But you are making your way day by day to the Eye of the Allfather. The first 3 days got you to the foot of the Valley of Cardoon, and then the next 4+ days are literally the last 25 miles. Along the way, one night, on probably your second night, I'd say, maybe third night, you stop at a pretty kind of a high ground so you can see oncoming attackers. The dilapidated and long abandoned ruins of this structure are massive in scope. Unlike some of the ruins that you've seen up until now, the ruins of this are 10 times the scale that you're used to. The statue legs are the size of houses that are left behind. The stairs take you several steps just to mount them and get over them. You have to, those of you who are smaller in stature or weaker, have to literally assist yourselves up those stairs. This is the ruins and the mound. It is a mound where the ruins of a giant temple are now sitting, where a giant temple once sat. And that is your camp for one night.
Harshnag, do you know what type of giants this temple used to belong to?
He looks at you. Honestly, it's difficult to say sometimes. The old ancient empire, Astoria, of giant kind, stretched for much of the known world thousands of years ago. The structures we built were great and mighty and lasted for centuries even after the empire fell. not only centuries, but millennia. If I had to guess, because of where we are, I would say it's probably frost giant. But the landscape, as the stories go, the landscape, even this far north, used to be very different before Astoria fell. It wasn't always so cold and on the spine of the world.
What was the cause of the change of the landscape?
Well, as the story goes, the giant kingdom of Astoria stretched for, much of the known world until one day the gods of the dragon sent one of their most powerful warriors down to the material plane to attack the giant empire of Astoria. Giants and dragons have never gotten along. That dragon's assault, accompanied by a flight of very mighty and old red dragons, began the war that would last, they say, thousands of years. At the time, Astoria was, of course, established by Anam, the Allfather, now god of giant kind. The war, Astoria itself was reduced greatly by the time the war was over, and it ended when Ultui, the ancient god of dragonkind, the ancient god of the ice, used his large amulet to freeze most of Faerun's north, and created what we now know to be the spine of the world and the frozen reaches that seem to stretch forever to the north. That was Ultui's, or Ulutua's, last act.
Zane just nods in acknowledgement, and just ponders the story.
Who did... usually, if there is a war versus giants and dragons, I would assume that other races in the area might either just try to stay out of it or choose a side.
Well, you have to understand, this was they say 26,000 years ago.
Oh, is there... I'm sorry, I grew up in Waterdeep in an orphanage. I didn't read much about the history. Were people not really around back then?
Well, humanity and humanoids were not as prevalent back then as they are now. It was giants. That's what they say. Giants once ruled the world until the day Astoria fell. It was only after the giant wars and the freezing of the north and the changes of history that humanoids began to emerge in any matter of prevalence. But it is an ancient and difficult world we live in. So, how much of that is true, who knows? Why? Did you have a specific faction in mind?
Not particularly, but I pondered what side other races might choose in a conflict between giants and dragons, As to normal, I'm sorry to say normal, but smaller races would have a harder time choosing either side.
I'm unfamiliar. I myself have always been very fond of humans. I have a sense that, if you believe certain stories and certain understandings of history, the chromatic dragons, which which are the kind of dragons that giants so often war with, were created by the elder evil gods to wage their war, whereas giants were created in the image of the gods of law and peace and good.
This is just the battleground?
Yes. One represents chaos, the other represents some aspect of law. Hey, Miwa. That is the old story, anyway.
And how did metallic dragons come to be if the dragon's initial surgeons was for these elder evils, you say?
Well, as the story goes, Io, the ancient god of dragons, fought in some sort of battle with one of the ancient gods, and he was a being of two kinds. And the day his blood was spilt by that violence and wretched terror that he experienced in a battle with the, I believe it was not Torog, the Unchained Oblivion, whichever one that is. That blood created from that malicious act created the chromatic dragons. Io was split in two. What was left of him that was not his blood was the platinum dragons.
Okay.
I suppose now, when we see giants warring with humanity, we understand how much has changed.
Yeah.
I don't fault them. I think what my giant brethren, some of them, what they're doing is wrong. But it's not easy being a giant, being born into a world blessed with might, size, power, wisdom. In a world so large, many of them are kept to the fringes. Your cities that dot the world aren't made for us. They can't enter most inns, can't sit at most courts. Even the streets are often too narrow. Leaves many to stray away from humanity's promise.
Are there any giant cities?
There are a few, some settlements in the ice floats of the far west, in the deserts of the far south, but few and far between. None which would amount to the likes of Waterdeep or Neverwinter. Waterdeep, which I call home. And I enjoy humans. I enjoy defending the cities of the north, but they're not made for me.
Yeah. I mean, it is just... to be larger than something over time, smaller creatures grow either distrust or a sense of fear. It happens all over the place, even with just slightly larger races. Races of our size usually, I don't want to say scare easy, but they seek solitude with what they know, and things larger than what they are unknown.
It's not a good reason, but it is
Never said it was.
It is the way of the world.
Zane will whisper to Lucius and say, do you think that we should tell Harshnag of the prophecy, see what he makes of it?
think Harshnag is trustworthy. I think it's something that's we've been stewing on. And maybe with his wisdom, he could assist us.
Perhaps so. Do you want to tell him? You want to be the one?
Well,
Or maybe Elisa. She is the chosen child? Or
it's
something
true.
of the sort?
Might be best from her mouth. Well, I'm sure we can broach the topic. Harshnag,
Yes.
we were told, well, somewhat of a prophecy, I suppose. I was just
Oh,
wondering if, could get your take on it.
my take on a prophecy? Sure, I don't mind.
Alyssa, I don't want to get it wrong. Do you remember exactly what it was? I think I have the general idea, but maybe the exact words are important. I'll try and you correct me if it's wrong. I believe the prophecy was 3 hearts shall be broken when lovers meet. 3 kings must die for war to be won. With the queen crowned, the war is lost and a war begun.
Is that right? Is that the gist of it?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was verbatim though.
Our tragedy in 3.
Yeah. There's a couple of precursor lines to it, but that is the gist of it, yes.
So,
We seem to think that it might involve giants in some sense, the giant war, perhaps, as it seems to not make sense when it comes to humanoid kind.
so 3 kings shall die for the war to be won.
Yes.
When the lovers, 3 hearts will be broken when the lovers meet. A queen shall be crowned, a war shall be lost, and another begun. That's it?
That and that I would observe the unmaking.
Ha 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 ha. Or have you already?
Good
Did
point.
we?
Yeah, if you think about it, the world is already being undone.
That would be the ordning then.
Yep.
Being shattered could be the unmaking.
That would make sense.
I hope it's not true. But I have a feeling it is.
Are there 3 giant kings?
There is a duke. There are war chiefs. There are some who would fancy them kings, and there is a count. But among all giants, there is only one recognized king, and that is the Storm King.
It's Hecaton, right?
Yes.
Now, the name, it was being chanted by some fire giants. I suppose he's their leader, then Zolta?
Yes, he is the duke.
Duke Zolta,
Yes.
King Hecaton. And what about the Count?
I believe her name is... It's actually Countess.
Oh, I see.
Yes. But... I have a... But... other than the Countess, and other than the 3... there are, of course, the would-be kings of your own world. There is Brunor Battlehammer. There is the Marcian of Mirabar. There is the Open Lord of Waterdeep. And they are no longer kings because of the Lord's Alliance, but many of them, or at least some of them, rule their cities like kings.
Zane kind of scoffs at the mention of the Martian being compared to a king.
So I'm afraid there's... Prophecy could literally mean a hereditary king, or it could mean a paramount ruler.
The vagueness of king makes it very difficult to decipher.
Yes, I imagine that's intentional.
Well, and also the first part is quite confusing, I would say. 3 hearts shall be broken when lovers meet. I struggle to find the relevance of that between the rest of the prophecy?
The prophecy was spoken to you, and only you.
Maybe.
Spoken to Alyssa.
Yes.
I
They
don't
said
have a
she was the
lover.
chosen one, so
Oh,
I'm under the impression it was only told to her.
I'm gonna have 2 lovers?
okay. No, I. So how the prophecy works, right, is it could be happening anywhere, in theory, and this could still be happening. It is just she had told you, as this prophecy might pertain to you at the end. It
But
is your plan to.
aren't I supposed to observe it?
Maybe so, but we'll just have to see how 3 hearts shall break when lovers meet, whether that be by death or by actual, metaphysical.
There was something about a queen too, right? The queen
Mhm.
cloaked in shadow, and there was more
Queenly
than one
crowned.
queen.
That part is confusing to me.
A queen shall
Cloaked
be
in
crowned.
shadow. Cloaked in shadow.
Yes, I don't think I. What was that?
I don't remember
Which
that.
queen?
I don't know. I wrote it down. It's in my notes.
It's not. A queen
That's-
shall be crowned, a war shall be lost, and
Yeah.
another be
But what's
crowned.
underneath it? Underneath, answer to the eyes of all power, kings afoot, but also power for men who think they're kings. A queen cloaked in shadow, more than one queen. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. You're right. A queen cloaked in shadow. You're exactly right. It wasn't part of the prophecy, but the hag mentioned it. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
she'd be hiding in some kind of way, I suppose.
Yeah,
I-
pulling strings.
Yeah, pulling
The
strings
dark,
from
'cause
behind,
it's a
maybe.
shadow.
How does
Hmm.
how does the line of succession work in giant culture?
If the Storm King dies, I'm not a storm giant, but as I understand it, one of his daughters would take his place. He has no sons.
Okay, so queen crowned.
Yeah, that would make sense. They're right.
If Hecaton's missing, then yes.
Yep.
Yes, unfortunately. We really could use him right now.
Queen in shadow.
He felt like he was the one keeping it all together, and when he was gone, the tower began to break.
I mean, how much do you know about King Hecaton's court? I know you're not a storm giant.
I've been there on an occasion to accept an honorific, but I don't know the politics.
Right.
Wow.
Be like
alright.
King's Landing.
Do you know how many daughters Hecaton has?
3? Let me double check.
Harsh
Look.
life.
It's
You know
three
what?
now.
Actually, hold on. You know, I'm not sure.
Huge save. Huge save.
Huge save. Nailed it.
Sure. All right.
Well, if you think with your history check muscle, do you remember Zen?
I'll get you a definitive answer. I believe he has, but it's 2 or 3.
Okay.
Well, the hag also said about the kings that it's a king is afoot, but also powerful men who think they're kings.
Yes.
So is that
Oh, well, that's definitely the 3 that you mentioned then.
There are. No, he doesn't say anything.
The,
Could seem that way.
the Lord of Waterdeep, Bernard, and the Martian?
Potentially, yes. If they're men who think they're king.
It is 3.
3 daughters?
Yep,
Okay.
$3.
A lot of 3s keep coming up in this prophecy relating to it.
Your tragedy in 3. Woo!
Ooh.
Okay.
Now I am confused again. I thought perhaps the prophecy related to giants, perhaps it still does in some sense, but perhaps the 3 kings could indeed be Bernard, the Martian,
So,
and the God of Waterdeep.
yeah, if those are the kings that must die for the war to be won, who is winning the war?
That is a good question.
It must
Whoever
be.
the queen.
It must.
Well, when the queen is crowned, the war is lost, and
Yeah.
another is begun.
I would assume this is from the same point of view, but maybe not.
It should be. There is no evidence, I don't believe, that says it is inconsistent in the perspective.
Mm-hmm. Queen will be crowned when the war will be.
It wasn't. It didn't say when the war will be lost. It was one queen will be crowned, one war will be lost, and one.
Oh,
war will be
is it?
done.
Okay.
It was
I don't
a-
think there's an
oh.
and. It was just a.
A queen shall be crowned, a war shall be lost, and another begun.
There we go.
So those things are not mutually exclusive.
That's been fucking me up because I had my riddle wrong.
And the hag also told you that knowledge of this prophecy would cause you great distress.
Yeah, thanks, hag.
I left that part out.
Yeah, who cares about that part?
Fuck that shit.
I always have great distress. It's fine.
Life is distress.
Facts.
I'm already in distress. I can't be in any more distress.
Maybe
Me and
not
Dad dressed
true.
though.
Somewhere in the
Jesus.
world, the hag is really happy right now.
So the only things that I think make the biggest things about this one are a queen will be crowned. I think if the line of succession really goes to a daughter, then I believe that might be the queen. Now, if that is the
Okay.
queen, if the rest of the puzzle coincides with this, that would imply that the queen is waging war on the three kings, right?
Could be, but not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
But
I
what-
think the kings could die, and then there could be a daughter of one of these three kings that somehow has rule over things at the end of it all. I mean, obviously, the Marchion has a daughter. I don't know about Ramo, the Lord of Waterdeep, but
Oh no! Oh,
Maybe they're killing all the
yeah.
men's.
Oh, we couldn't see my idea. Oh no!
What's
It'll
up,
be a
guys?
twist.
what is on your mind?
Hey, guys, what's
I'll,
going
I'll
on?
let Zane explain it. It's
What,
What?
Kaiser?
I didn't see Zane have a reaction here. I
Yeah,
saw-
Kaiser.
I don't know. I saw laughing.
Because you think it seems that you have an idea in mind. I'm just curious
Yeah.
as to the idea.
Ah, fuck you.
Oh, very
Oh,
aggressive there.
That was
Kaiser.
Tom.
oh, Kaiser.
Share with me lastly.
If we're going to go with the theory that this is only about either humans or smaller races, at least on the surface here, then
The surface.
on the surface, then Zane's whatever you want to call it, very good friend might be the queen crown. No.
What?
I mean, it.
It requires us to think about this woman in a different light that we don't even know of. To think that she might be some sort of master manipulator, mastermind going on here. But
Oh my god. The misdirection. I can't.
I wasn't necessarily going to think of it going that far.
That went from 0 to 100 very quickly, actually.
Yeah, it's almost quick. But never mind. Said
Wait.
not to be distasteful. Never mind.
a queen will be crowned, a war will be lost. Maybe the three kings must die for the war to be won. Maybe they don't die in the war. Maybe they die outside the war. And then they wage war with the queens in control, but maybe they aren't able to lead the troops effectively, so the war is easier. Not saying that because, but...
You lost me there, I'm gonna be honest.
Well,
Okay. Okay, so three kings must die for the war to be won.
Yeah.
Maybe that does not imply that has to be within the war. Maybe that's before the war. Maybe the three kings die and the successors get waged war on by either an outside force or something. And then a queen will be crowned and war will be lost. So that is the war that is lost.
I feel like at that point, just don't tell me the prophecy.
I mean,
I get you, I understand
yeah.
what you're saying. It's just like,
what I'm mostly confused about is the fact that the prophecy both simultaneously says that the war will be won and the war will be lost,
also a war will be begun, so it's
and another begun. Yeah.
I think that one implies
quite a bit of
something
war
else.
going on.
With an idea.
You can have more than one war.
Well,
Absolutely.
obviously, but are they even involving the same things? If there is a war between giants and giants, or between giants and dragons, or between humanoid kind and something else, like it could be any war,
I would say it's safe to say there's a war between humans and giants going on right now.
and a war between giants and giants as well.
I think another war.
Giants and giants.
Harshnag says, but the prophecy just says that the three kings, have to die for the war to be won. But if they don't
Right.
die,
And the war just continues. It doesn't say we lose. Or, well, we. I don't know what we is.
Yeah, we don't know where
We,
it's
are we
perspective
the.
from.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I mean, a war will not continue indefinitely. I mean,
I don't even know
No.
what side I'm on, to be honest.
because it says a war shall be lost.
yeah, I think
But
so.
also a war begun, so even if.
So, I mean, I think we talked about this when we first knew the prophecy. We said that there's two routes that it could go. If Three Kings dies, the war is won. If a crane is crowded, then it is lost, implying that it is the same war. It could not be the same war, but it's
But then it starts a new war.
I think
Yeah.
if we're going off the theory that this is based on humans and giants, I believe if they're able to win the war versus the humans, the three kings, another war begun. I believe that is the war versus the giants versus the dragons once again.
Are there any dragons pissing you guys off recently?
I think dragons just grinding your gears right now.
I don't know. I'm spitballing, honestly.
There are many dragons that are enemies of giant kind. Thank you, Miwa, for the subscription. 11 months. Thank you, buddy. But none come to mind that have been in my craw recently.
Alright, well, I figured I might as well ask. I mean, we heard about Clouth, but I don't particularly. I mean, we just know he's a really old red dragon. I mean, I've heard tales of Cloth and stay away from the Cloth and Veil, and
There is Cloth, and the only other one that I've ever had the displeasure of encountering is Imrith,
Imrith.
the doom of the desert.
Oh, maybe I have heard of her. Just in passing, of course, a
Doom of the
story. The
Desert.
Doom of the Desert. It's has a good ring to it.
kind
I'm
of
sure I heard a
dragon is
song
it?
about it.
She
I don't
is-
know much more about her.
She is a blue dragon. She is very ancient and powerful.
Interesting.
I want to see a dragon.
Nope.
You don't
Probably
want
not
to
that
see
one.
this kind.
Maybe a small dragon. Start with like a wormling.
Yeah, just like a bronze wormling. That'd
Yeah.
probably be cool.
Would probably be
What
a good
about a
pet.
baby dragon? What if you got a dragon and it was a baby? Then could you raise it up and it would love you, and then it would be your dragon, and then you could ride it?
I believe so. If you're able to, it depends
I'm not- I'm
if
not
it's
entirely
metallic.
sure. Yeah.
Do you want to be the mother of dragon or what?
That would be so cool. I'll ask my friends about it.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, I
good
mean they
question.
know everything, so might as well.
I wouldn't. My advice is, I've been alive for a long time. My advice is that what will happen will happen. And you just gotta make sure that you're doing your best. Don't let the prophecy keep you up or bother you. The hag told you it for a reason. But you gotta make your own choices on your own terms.
That reason absolutely could have been to fuck with us. Just putting that out there.
Hags are notorious for stirring the pot, or as it were, the cauldron.
Sounds like the perspective of someone who has lived a very long time. How long have you been alive for, Hashnag?
Several centuries.
I assume you just lose count after a few, huh?
I believe I am coming up on my 5th century.
Damn. Alright. Been around the block.
Many. There are giants that are older and many that are younger.
Just out of curiosity, do you happen to know how old the oldest giant is?
There are storm giants that are thousands of years old. I do not know of the oldest giant currently.
Okay.
alive.
Where is the Storm Giant's court?
I actually don't know.
Didn't you go there?
Yes. Yeah, I do believe it is
Did they
some...
blindfold you?
We
Were you the trunk?
They used magic to transport me
Okay.
there. I do believe it's somewhere in the sea.
Oh, Atlantis.
Ooh.
Yes. I do remember it being under a perpetual maelstrom. A great and terrible storm. Near those, kind of near those islands to the southwest.
Okay. Just curious.
The ones where they make the clockwork instruments in the Artificers Guild.
Oh, you mean the Isles of Lantan?
Yes, I remember it being somewhat north of there. I think it would all be good if we got some rest, don't you?
Yeah.
Sure.
Good. Harshnag kind of turns over, and he's got the pig with him. he cuddles the pig. As you're in this kind of yurt-like structure that he sets up for y'all. Who would is there anyone taking watch? How would you all like to rest?
I'll keep watch one of the blocks.
Okay, go ahead and make me a perception check.
We dead. My dice.
Hmm.
No one else said none, so I stepped up, but my dice ain't good. That's a 14.
That might be enough.
Here you go, Ron. Really, why are we worrying about this prophecy? You're about to die.
One of us even has very good perception, which is Lizard.
That's actually, this party has like no perception proficiency. But May has a thing that gives you +5, but she didn't say she cast it, so.
True.
What was your total, buddy?
14.
Okay.
Okay.
As you are staying up, keeping first watch, you can feel this kind of rumble in the ground. You see rocks move, and a kind of gentle shake and vibration. You also can kind of see the snow and ice start to melt around you.
Wake up, everyone. I don't know if there's an earthquake or some sort of natural phenomenon, but something is happening.
Wake up.
Are you sure it's something? Can we just go back to sleep?
Just in case, I just wanted to wake you up in case you die, so you can't haunt me. But there was an earthquake. We haven't felt any earthquakes while they've been here, right?
Oh, there's an occasional rumble, but
Oh, okay.
That's true. If you let
Go
me
back to
die,
sleep,
I
then.
will haunt you
You're
for
good.
the rest of your life, Kaiser.
I mean, it'll be kind of weird, but you can. Kind of awkward.
as you kind of speak and wrestle, Harshnag's like, What is it?
So, Harshnag, why would the snow around here be dispersing?
Just dispersing, like being disturbed?
Yeah, it's kind of like melting. Is there like a hot spring near here? Or, I don't know. If you
He looks around. It's melting?
That's what you said, right?
That's not good. And he goes to reach for his axe just in time as a massive insectoid-like creature with huge chitinous plate armor and a chittering mouth giving off waves and waves of heat erupts from the icy ground. Unfortunately, at that same time, a frost-like salamander appears from behind you on the northeasterly side.
Well, shit.
Hmm.
Good thing I woke you up, huh?
I need everyone to roll initiative.
Y'all be dead.
Monka, fuck.
Well then. Alrighty then.
We take it.
Oh, I didn't click on my token.
I clicked on mine and it still didn't work. What the fuck?
Oh.
That's okay.
Thank you.
Jesus, what the fuck, Aubrey? Plus 5? Oh yeah, you just got the
Yeah.
ASI. Oh
Yeah.
my
Dexterity
fucking
or something.
god.
I didn't have.
I'm an alert boy.
One alert
I
boy.
had my token selected. Just didn't.
Same. Ow.
Damn, we popped off an initiative except me.
Yeah.
I mean, 12's still not bad.
Did I get everyone?
Smile.
Dang good.
Yeah, you all did pretty well, actually. Actually, goddamn, Ramiz rolled a nat 20 and isn't going first. What's your dex, Kaiser?
My dex is a Uno
Thanks.
plus.
Lucius, it is your turn. You're able to...
I had a 22, so Aubrey's probably before me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Aubrey, it is your turn.
Alright, so we see a big worm thing and a salamander.
I'd call it the salamander behind us. Yeah.
Frost Salamander and a Remoraz, yep.
Alright. So as her action, she's going to slap down the turret.
Okay.
Set up annihilation.
Yes, the turret of annihilation, thank you.
It's medium size, right? I know I ask this every time.
Yes,
You should have control of it.
I do.
Good. You can move. You can place it wherever you would have placed it.
Just put it right there. And then... What's a bonus action? Have it attack, right? It's a long.
Oh yeah. I think so. I don't know what it is to summon it, but I believe it's a bonus action to attack.
Yeah, it's an action to summon any bonus action to have it do something. Okay, so first she will move over here, and then she'll have the turret attack the big worm boy. Big worm boy.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to attack.
There it is. That's 6. 14.
The salamander or the...
The big worm boy.
Okay.
Remoras.
The Remoras. Okay. That misses.
Okay, that's her turn for now.
Yeah, so the chart whirs to life, fires one of its force beams, and you see it smash into some kind of dilapidated structure, and the thing just crumbles. Harshnag's like, oh, that's fine. It's probably only been there for 15,000 years. Lucius.
Alright. I will mantle.
Mm.
And then I need to actually look up the spell because I got a new spell recently. And you
Pog.
can remember what it does because it's from the new stuff. It's just added in. Okay, yeah, and then I will use my action to cast Insinuation at the...
What spell?
Id Insinuum, the new psychic spell.
Oh, okay.
Insinuation, yeah.
Okay.
Insinuation. Yeah, I'll cast that at the Frost Salamander.
Okay.
So it needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Hey, they're proficient.
What?
Yeah, they're proficient.
You can
Yeah,
be
I guess
a
creatures
wise
can be pretty
lizard.
wise, yeah. It's a wise lizard. Wise boy.
10, so it fails.
Okay, so it is incapacitated.
Yeah. It takes 1d12, right?
At the end of each of its turn, it takes 1d12 and makes another save.
Okay.
So it's
Plug
incapped.
you.
And then the mantle, I think it might have gone up recently, so I'm just going to confirm. Mantle, 5 creatures, so that that's all of us. Okay.
Wow.
All of us are gonna get 8 temp HP, and you can use reaction to move if you'd like. We're on top of like kind of a plateau, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna just try and get away from that big fucking thing. I'm gonna just get behind behind Harshnag. And yeah, we'll call that good. So yeah, you get your 8 temp.
Alrighty. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay, it is the Ramoraz's turn. Ramoraz, let's look at something here.
I checked the map. Y'all just cuddled up in the corner.
Nowhere else to go, really.
You see the Ramoraz kind of sneak around 5, 10, 15. It's going to place itself here.
Ah, fuck you.
Yo, how many legs does this thing have?
Mini.
Let's count them out here.
About 20 some.
Oh,
About 20.
no.
Ugh.
1, 2.
It's gonna go for a tasty little morsel that it sees.
22 or 44 legs.
Kaiser.
Yeah, Kaiser looks pretty tasty. I agree.
It's like a whole
I'm
Pretty
snack.
tasty.
Snack.
It's a
Alyssa,
whole snack.
Oh,
No.
does a 28 hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's like Cass. You know, a 30 hit you? Oh, no.
I report the numbers. 27. You take 27 points of piercing damage, and
That's like-
4 points of fire damage.
That's like I just work here.
27
Guys work
damage.
here.
Correct.
And then 4
Yes.
damage.
And-
Okay.
And you are grappled.
Ouch.
Yeah. You are also restrained. And so that was 5, 10, 15. And then the creature is going to move away. Actually, what the creature is going to do with you is they are going to burrow.
Bye.
However, because their burrow speed is only 20 feet, they only burrow 10 feet into the ground and are still visible. So the creature snatches Alyssa up with their bite attack, and then kind of you can see them trying to start to swallow and choke Alyssa down as they start to burrow into the earth.
So Alyssa's still, they're like burrowing backwards into the ground?
Yep. And
Okay,
Alyssa and the creature are still visible.
Okay.
The creature now has half cover. Harshnag's turn. Harshnag
Help.
is like, oh no, you don't. And Harshnag is going to grapple you, assuming you don't resist.
I don't resist.
All right, he grabs onto your leg. And
The
he's
tug of war.
It's gonna be a split in two, Alyssa.
Yeah, I'm
No,
so
that's
about this.
oh god, yeah, you die. Damn.
Yikes.
So void dice for Harshnag, blue dice. No, blue dice for Harshnag, void dice for the Ramoraz. Okay, they rolled about the same, I believe.
Rip.
Oh my god.
Was Harshnag at like a +6? Well, athletics maybe like plus fucking...
Ramoraz are really strong,
They
y'all.
are, yeah. Ramoras are very strong.
But Harshnag is trained in athletics, so he
Yeah,
wins.
that's what I figured.
So he
this
wins.
is probably
Oh my god.
disgusting.
So he grapples you with his first action and then pulls you out of the Ramoraz's teeth and holds you up kind of away from the Ramoraz. As he does that, the Ramoraz is like snaking over to try to bite you again. You are grappled. You are grappled, so I'm going to say you would move here, and then you're kind of there. You're still grappled. That is going to be Harshnag's turn with both of his attacks. I'm going to say Harshnag moves over 5, 10, 15. And he's going to take you with him. So he's trying to play keep away with the Ramoraz. Zane.
Alright, Zane tries to like scuttle over some rocks behind Aubrey. If possible. And twin cast haste on Aubrey and Kaiser.
We take those.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's go. We take those.
Haste range is...
30, I would assume.
Should be at least 30, yeah.
I don't think it's touch. Pretty sure it's already.
I like. You're good. It's 30 feet.
It's
I was just
30.
checking.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you do that. They are both hasted. Aubrey, so you have Aubrey and Kaiser, you have +2 to your AC, advantage on dexterity saving throws. Your speed is doubled, and you get an extra hasted action that you can use to use your attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object. Is that your turn, Zane, or?
Yes.
Alrighty. I believe that's 3 sorcery points for the twin.
Yeah.
Level the spell.
Yep.
Alyssa, it's your turn. You are currently grappled by Harshnag, so all that means is your speed is 0. And I'm going to say you are 10 feet up in the air.
I throw my staff on the ground.
You're going to summon your own snake?
Yeah.
It's a snake off! Jesus, there's some big boys in here tonight.
It is, in fact, the big boy season.
Yep.
Fuck you, thinking. I have my own snake.
So you you toss your staff down as it lands, it kind of rigidly, and then unfurls into a huge, the Death Eater, the giant constrictor snake. Is that your action?
Yeah, that's my action.
Okay.
And then as my boning action.
Boneless action.
The boning action. That's a new
Yeah,
one.
as that one. I'm gonna healing spirit on myself.
Okay. So your healing spirit is 10 feet up in the air? You're just like surrounding yourself with the healing power?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
5 foot cube, yep.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Frost Salamander's turn. Go ahead and roll your d12.
Alright. $11 points of psychic damage?
Alrighty, 11 psychic.
Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yep.
Checking something. Nope. Doesn't get it.
Alright, so it's still incapacitated.
Still incapacitated. Got it. Kaiser.
Huge. All right. I get hasted. I feel energized. I take some strikes. All right. Let's see it. What am I using here? That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to first off. I'm the realist. I'm going to Commander Strike Aubrey.
Cool.
Okay, so Aubrey, you just attack the snake, and you add 7 to the damage.
25 to hit.
That hits.
And double check my damage.
And the Remoras is more like an insect. When you say snake, I really don't know what y'all mean. But when you
It's
say
like a centipede, basically.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
when you say you attack the snake, I assume you're talking about Lucius or Kaiser.
Yo, what?
Sure.
Wow.
Excuse me?
Oh, fucking come for me. Okay. All right. +7. Did you include your own bonuses to that damage roll, Aubrey?
That was my damage. What do I add for Kaiser?
you
So
said
Kaiser's a
7.
7.
I
Got
added
it.
damage for that. Yeah.
19 points of damage. Nice. What type of damage is that? Just piercing?
Piercing.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And then I will look as one of my die. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I will do a menacing strike.
That's exciting.
So he makes it with saving throw.
Okay.
Alright, let's do these.
4.
We take those. Okay, that'll hit. Yeah, it's like 25.
Okay.
So he goes for 4, so he's frightened of me.
Yep.
I couldn't activate my sword, so I'll just do D8. That is okay. That's a 12, 17 damage.
17 points of slashing damage, yes?
Slashing, yep.
Okay. As you strike out at this creature, you can feel the heat waves off the body. This kind of creature that was burrowed and being able to melt the ice around him. You can see the ice and the snow melt away. You take 16 points of fire damage as your sword strikes into the creature.
I take 16 points fire
Yep.
damage? Okay. Well, I've learned something here.
Just getting that close to the creature in order to strike them is so searingly hot. It's like standing next to a small amount of lava.
Okay, I'll use the last action to disengage. And yeah, 'cause I've realized what I've done, and I'll move back a little bit. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
Aubrey, it is your turn. Looks like it.
When she hit it with her crossbow bolt, did it spray any blood or anything that
Nope,
would've hurt?
no spray.
Alright. How tall is this statue thing that she's sitting next to?
15 feet. Maybe 20, but yeah.
She's gonna use her action to cast spider climb and climb up to the top of it.
Okay.
So like up there.
Perfect.
And then bonus action have her turret pew pew at the Ramirez.
Nice, okay.
18?
18 misses. It has half cover right now.
Ooh, okay. And then with the for the extra haste action, she'll take an attack against the Ramirez.
Okay.
22.
22 hits.
10 plus 7. 10 piercing damage.
10 piercing damage. Okay. The crossbow bolt fires into this creature, and you see the first shot just pings off of its armor, and then the second shot does find some purchase.
That's it for her.
Okay. Okay. Lucius.
Alright, I'm concentrating on that spell that's keeping the salamander locked down, so I guess I will just cast a 3rd level healing word at Alyssa.
Okay.
She took it was something like 28 damage, something like that.
Yep.
Right? So
You can also always use the D&D Beyond overlay
True.
on Twitch if you want to.
True.
I prefer
And,
it if you have the
Twitch-
bandwidth and stuff.
.tv at
/dice priority.
/dash priority, yeah. Make sure to go there. Wait,
Follow
wait a
the
minute.
channel.
Wait a
Wait a minute, they're already there.
already
They're
here.
hearing this. Alright. So roll my 3d4 plus 5. Alright, 14 points of healing to you, Alyssa. And Harshnag's down there now. I'm gonna get behind the snake if I can. Shit.
Okay.
I lost my token. I can't re-grab it. I'm grabbing the snake, trying to grab it.
That your turn?
Yeah.
I will send it to the back. There you go.
Thank you.
All right.
Turning it around.
It is the Ramirez's turn. The Ramirez is kind of snatching at Alyssa, turns around, whips its head, looks at Harshnag. You can see it has no interest in trying to take on this giant. It has fought this kind before and does not believe it has any chance. This is a creature. This is a scavenger. It has 10 feet of reach. I think it's going to go for another bite on you, Alyssa.
Cass,
Yes.
you mentaled me, right?
I mentaled everyone.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Everybody.
Because I didn't
got
add
it.
it, so I just added 8 more HP to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure.
28 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Remix.
You take 46 points of piercing damage.
Oh my god,
Oh.
ow.
Remix.
Ow.
And 8 points of fire.
Oh, I'm dead.
You're unconscious.
Holy moly.
Unconscious.
Snatches on you, and you're grappled as well, but Harshnag also has you grappled. The creature just starts to pull away at you as it has you snatched in its jaws. Zane, it's your turn, Smile.
Wowie.
Does my
Yikes.
snake go away?
Nope.
Sorry.
Nope, not concentration effect.
Okay.
Snake is there. That snake is ride or die.
Does it just like do his own thing? That snake? Does she not control
Its
it?
turn is initiative count 9, and I'll take suggestions.
Okay.
Audience vote. What
Yeah.
the snake does.
Should the snake turn on Lucius?
Oh man.
Vote now.
Are we talking about the actual snake or?
Ooh, T.
Or you? Okay.
Tee.
Zane will cast a 3rd level Chaos Bolt at
Huge.
the Remoraz.
Did you all?
Ginormous.
Did you all see this? That snake stick together?
Damn, you get blasted right now.
23 to hit.
That does hit.
Cool.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh
my god.
That was
Whoa.
an actual nuts roll. And wait, is it in range?
Yes.
Like, it
You're
is.
gonna wake. Wait, you
Yeah.
don't wake it up, right?
No, it doesn't actually.
It doesn't wake up. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Sorry,
actual.
where is the spell from?
It's from UA. It's the D&D Beyond.
Yeah. This kind of wag.
For UA. So the rule for this campaign, as a reminder, for UA, is I'll let you know when we're using the UA material.
Oh, this we asked last time when we leveled up. This I think Tom said, "Hey, the new spells from UA, or can we use those?" And Matt, you were like,
Oh, I thought you meant the overhaul UA, like the.
No, it's just a
The
couple new
variant rules?
spells.
Oh, yeah, I thought the variant rules were live. Not the psionics. I don't trust psionics. Okay, so you 29 points of damage. Can you please tell me what type of damage it is?
Yeah, it is like or thunder damage. Sorry, it's thunder damage.
You good?
All right, and then the spell will indeed bounce to try to hit the frost salamander. 18 to hit.
Does hit.
All right, hell yeah. Wait,
You
roll
really
double
have-
again.
Literally. Oh, you bounce to me.
Wait, can it bounce back? No, I can't bounce back to the
No,
right
that'd be
round.
broken.
Yeah, that'd be so nuts actually. At one creature. Wait, I'm just reading it to make sure I can do
As far as I know, it just keeps going.
to a different creature.
you're
It's supposed to be
good.
different than Frost Salamander, so it can go back to the Remoraz, right?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Holy
that is
shit.
that is how Chaos Bolt works. It's literally
Oh my
it's
God.
meant to pop off occasionally.
All right, yeah, that's lightning damage.
Thank
15
you
points of
so
lightning
much.
to the Frost Salamander. All right, back
Let's see it.
to the Remoraz. 23. All right,
Monkey burst, just going back and back.
23 hits.
all right.
Oh my God, he's
What?
gonna solo them.
It's the D8s that have to
Yeah, it's
match.
the
Oh,
D8s
it's
that
the
match.
D8.
What
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of what
not
kind,
the D6.
what kind of damage is that? What is 2?
Either I can choose 2 or 7. Let's do psychic damage.
Oh, I thought it was the D6s that determine the damage. My bad.
Nope, the D8.
Psychic.
Yep,
Okay, thank you.
psychic damage.
So Zane,
Alright.
you
Oh.
conjure this chaotic primal force and unleash it, and you just see it like it changes colors. You know, purple, or it starts off like blue, thunder, white, bounces away, psychic, purple, shoots back, or no, sorry, lightning shoots over to the frost salamander, and then comes back as purple on psychic, ping ponging between these creatures.
Damn, that was some of the most value I've gotten in that spell since this campaign started. All right, end of turn.
You've had some good chaos bolts.
A couple, but none that bounce back between
Yeah.
like the same target.
If you twin it.
I twinned it,
you're
too.
technically not supposed to be able to twin it, but I let you.
All right, but yeah, that's end of turn.
Okay. Hell of a turn there, buddy. Harshnag. What would Harshnag do? Harshnag is going to get you out of harm's way. Harshnag is going to pull you away. Oh! Remoraz rolls a natural 1. So the Harshnag pries the creature's jaws off of you, Alyssa. He holds you very close and is going to 5, 10, 15, 20 set you down over here on the other side. That is his turn. Your healing spirit goes away, of course, because you're unconscious.
I'm dead.
It's your turn. Go ahead and make a death saving throw.
Death save, death save.
Nat 20.
Nat 20 or nat 1. Both those are interesting.
True.
Wait. Is there a way it does it for me or no?
It's just a d20.
Just
Okay.
D20.
I didn't know if it did it in D&D Beyond.
I don't know. Smile.
4.
Well,
You take 1 death saving throw.
Oh.
We'll kind of put you there. That way you're accessible to the party. Okay, that's your turn.
Okay.
Kaiser.
Well, I ain't getting near that thing. I'm about to commanding strike again. Aubrey, have fun playing the game.
Pew pew.
just jump on over to the frost salamander.
I
Nothing.
could jump that.
23 definitely hits.
You could.
I could.
12 points of piercing damage, yeah?
Yeah, plus whatever Tom adds to it.
Oh yeah, sorry, I added D8. I keep forgetting. That's a 4.
So 16 total piercing damage.
Thank you. So, strikes in. That's what you've surrender one of your attacks for Commander Strike?
One of my attacks and my
Thank you.
bonus action.
Okay. Sir.
So, Matthew,
Yes, smile.
so what is my jump?
What's your strength score?
20.
20, okay. And high jump or low. Or, sorry, high jump or
Jumping
long.
across this chasm is what I'm trying to do.
Your long jump, you're good. You're more than
Okay.
good. Yep.
Meow.
Yep, you would technically need maybe a little bit of a running start, but it's not actually that big of a chasm. Also, you're on a higher elevation, so you just hop on over.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, blood getting back.
Yeah. Yeah, getting back might be a little hard.
No, I'm good.
All right, so thank you for moving out of the creature space.
Yeah.
So you land and you are under the frost salamander's belly, and then you kind of scoot around the edge. Rocks, the little bits of pebbles that your feet hit fall into the crevice beneath you.
Okay, I'll take 2 strikes out on my Ken right now, so...
Yeah, because you're hasted.
Yeah. Plus...
Pretty good scene.
Pretty good.
You're like, Aubrey, shoot that thing, and then you hop over.
It's a 15.
Misses.
22.
Hits.
Plus... Sorry. There we go. So that's 9 damage. I
Magical slashing, right?
believe. Yes.
Okay. You haven't activated your fire yet? Okay.
Nope. Okay, that's it.
Okay. It's Frost Salamander's turn.
D12.
Nope. Go ahead and roll your d12. 11 points of damage.
Got a
Alright.
spell broken.
I think
Their
the
sight.
oversight is that it should probably allow them to save
On damage?
but it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have that. I think they should.
What
Though.
level is the spell?
It's first
1.
level, so they absolutely should be saving on damage.
First level.
Yeah.
Math
I remember when I
phase.
asked. No, it's probably fine. They said
I hate psionics, just so you all know. I have
Psionics.
the long history of psionics in D&D has been a complete disaster for the game.
That's
Moving on.
true.
Yes. Okay. It is.
Stick was balanced.
Yes. Yeah. Mystic did nothing wrong.
Yikes.
fine. W.
Fucking mistake.
Death Eater's turn. What was your last instruction given to the Death Eater?
Attack the Remores.
Okay, it's gonna do that. You can access its card if you so wish, or I can. It's up to you. Since you're not doing anything, you want to do that? Shift.
Yeah,
Shift.
I can do that.
Shift double left click on the Death Eater to access its card.
Thing. Shift. Double left click. I'm so slow. I'm like the slowest person. Okay. Attack. Oh, we trying to constrict.
Ooh.
Natty 20.
Pog.
Double check something. Target. Jesus. Oh yeah, the snake is huge, so it can grapple the Remoras. We'll go ahead and roll for damage by clicking on the attack word.
Attack word. Oh, that's the wrong word.
Ooh, 17 points of bludgeoning. However, the snake is going to take some damage.
Oh, feels bad.
14
Snake.
points of fire damage to the snake.
Snake. Okay.
So as the creature does in fact actually restrict and grapple, the Remoraz surrounds it. The Remoraz body and heat radiates and burns the snake a bit.
Ouchie.
I got the 14 if you don't got it.
Okay.
That's the Death Eater's turn, but damn, that grapple's clutch, though. That's insane. Huh. Okay, we'll see. Aubrey, it's your turn.
Alright, we're gonna just start shooting lots of stuff at the Ramirez.
Okay. Sorry, I gotta have a really funny thought.
Oh no.
First attack, 21.
That definitely hits.
11 piercing, her next attack. 19 to hit.
That just hits. That's the creature's AC with half cover.
8 piercing damage.
Okay. So the creature is well past bloodied. Oh, oop, shit. Minus 8 instead of 88. Okay. The creature is well past bloodied, really close to a quarter of hit points, as these piercing bolts slam into the creature.
Okay. Bonus action, the turret will take a shot. 22.
Definitely hits.
Double check the damage. It's 2d8. Okay. 10 force damage.
Okay.
And then with her hasted action, she'll take a attack.
Jesus.
4 to hit.
Definitely hits.
And another 12 piercing damage.
Okay. Bolt after bolt, and accompanied by the whirl and the blast of the force turret. Ramirez is you're just taking chunks out of this creature. It's heated plate chitinous armor surrounding its body. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, that's it for me.
Alrighty. Lucius.
Okay, I'm gonna rush towards Alyssa,
Okay.
and then I will just healing word. Once again at 3rd level.
Okay. Damn.
Only 10 this time, but 10 HP, so you're back up.
Okay, you got 10 HP, Alyssa.
And I will step in front of her. Stand kind of with Harshnag. And face towards the Rimraz, but that's my turn.
Alrighty. Ramirez's turn. The Ramirez is restrained. So it cannot burrow into the earth to escape. However, it can use its action to attempt to escape. What would this creature do? Yeah. So it is going to attempt to escape. Does break free with its action with a 24 total versus an escape DC of 16. Moves away, frees itself from the Death Eater's grasp, and then is going to burrow 20 feet into the earth. It does provoke an attack of opportunity from the Death Eater. Uh, 13 misses. That would have been funny had he constricted for an attack of opportunity. Because you can. Monsters can do attack for opportunity with any of their attacks. And hit, and then just grapple the Remoraz. So,
Can't escape!
yeah. The Remoraz burrows 20 feet under the ground and is now 30 feet total underground. Zane.
Salamander just got baited.
I suppose now Zane will turn towards the Frost Salamander and cast a Firebolt.
Okay.
16.
16 misses.
All right. Let's go other side of this turret, and that will be all.
Okay. Harshnag's turn. Harshnag looks down at you, Alyssa, and is like, all right, you just stay right there. And then he picks up a rock and chucks it at the frost salamander. Poof, and it smacks into the frost salamander's head, doing 28 points of bludgeoning damage. Alyssa, it's your turn.
I'm going to Radiant Soul
Okay.
and fly into there. Because the ground is not safe. It's fucking tremors up in here. So
True.
I fly. There's nothing. We're not like. There's nothing above us, right? Like I can just fly like 30 feet in the air.
Yeah, you good.
Cool. I fly 30 feet in the air. Let me put my little wings on.
Except for the rock in the air.
There's no rock in there, is there?
Funny enough, you look up and this
Yep.
giant shadow looming above you.
Snatched right out of the sky.
No, please.
I thought about it. I'll be honest with you.
Oh no. That is my action.
Okay.
As my boning action. As my boning action. Again. That's like the second time I've said that.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Oh my
A
god.
healing spirit.
Boating action.
Boning action.
Not allowed.
I
to
need a
make
boat.
I don't
I
know.
need
this game, man.
Not her character anyway.
That's what I'm saying. You can't-
Hashtag boating action.
I guess I'll do it at a level 3 again. So 2d6. Okay. That's everything.
Alrighty. Kaiser, it's your turn. Smile.
Wowie. Yeah, I'll just hit this guy with my sword.
Okay.
That's all I'm good for. 15 misses. 21 probably hits. 17 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
2 hits.
Okay, roll 2d8 plus 10. Okay, 24 piercing damage total.
Ooh, doggy. Creature's looking pretty hurt.
Yeah.
Or bloodied. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. On the salamander's turn. Nope.
What a spell.
Yeah, not gonna be having this spell again. Salamander went. So, considering the salamander's hit points, you're able to dispense with that creature. 8 points of damage, thank you. And the salamander does die. The Roar-Moraz, however, does not emerge again.
He dipped. He dips that.
So,
It wasn't like a hole left where it was, right? It was just like disturbed earth.
yep. Burrowing, not tunneling. As we used to say in 4th Ed.
There was the hole. I was totally gonna have my turret jump in there and explode.
Quiet settles over this kind of lonely mountaintop as you defeat the frost salamander, and the Ramoras escapes to hopefully scavenge another day. I always forget what the hell the name of this song is. Harshnag says, "Well, that was a bit much."
Yeah, it was very interesting that we got two creatures attacked at the same time.
I've seen my fair share. It does happen.
Oh, is they working together?
No.
Oh.
One probably just
Coincidence,
follows the other.
Oh.
Yeah. One's a predator, the other's a scavenger.
A scavenger of the scavenger?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Oh, thank you for the warning, Kaiser.
Yeah, I mean, seems very strange for the snow to just start going away.
It's a telltale sign of a Ramoras.
I don't like it.
Yeah, you got kind of eaten up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you alright?
No.
Oh.
Oh.
It was really scary. I thought it was gonna eat me.
It was
Can't
trying
let
to.
that happen.
Thank you, Harshnag. And I hug Harshnag.
Oh, there.
But, like, I have my wings, so I, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just kind of, you're like a little cat on his shoulder. He's just like, there.
I'm gonna go to sleep. But first this, and I cast my Hearth of Home and Shadow thing.
There it is.
Home and Shadow, whatever.
Oh, yeah. Hearth of something in shadow.
And I go and curl up in the snake.
Okay.
Because the ground is hot lava, so forever now. The ground is hot lava. I do not trust the ground ever.
The snake will get back their hit points with the rest because they are a creature. Is there anything else anyone wishes to do before the extended rest is completed, or in the morning with the extended rest being completed?
Nope.
Okay. Just checking. Don't want to rush. Alrighty. So, in the morning, you all pick back up with your journey. And you... oh dear. 2 maps. I have 2 maps. You pick back up with your journey as you embark towards the Eye of the Allfather. Day 4, day 5. Eventually you get up and you see on your way, you do see a kind of strange sight in the distance. An airship.
Does it look like the same one that took Kaiser away?
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Oh, great.
Wait, what did we see?
An airship.
An airship.
Oh no.
Yeah, which someone in the party had full knowledge of, by the way. Anyway, be right back.
What the? My snake.
6.
Is that a bird?
Yikes.
Is that a plane?
Oh no, what is that over there? It's so cool.
Having
Fucking...
PTSD.
It's a flying
Perception.
balloon.
What?
Yeah, Kaiser, make sure to stay close to the ground.
Yeah, I'm staying under the ground.
Oh, I also rolled a 6. I don't see what it is either.
It's a bird.
It's a blob. It's a blob.
Yeah, it's a flying blob. Yep.
What is that blob over there?
Oh, we take those, I guess.
No.
What is that blob over there?
Yeah, it's a airship. It has like guns. So basically what happens. You know what balloons are?
No.
Okay, so balloons are basically these big bubbles that are filled with air, and they
I like
rise.
bubbles.
Please
Not
stop
air,
talking.
sorry.
Nothing you're saying is accurate.
It wasn't air, it's helium. Okay.
Also, airships don't have balloon mechanisms.
Oh.
They're not zeppelins.
It's just a giant hot air balloon going around.
Some of them are zeppelins, but not in this world. Anyway, so as you look and peer into the distance, you're all like, what is that? You don't notice, you don't seem to observe. Tom, was that 20 on your perception check?
Yes.
Said we can identify that it's an airship, or you
Oh,
just said
definitely.
it's an airship.
Definitely, you know an airship when you see one. They're very rare. Tom, you do see, because I like that. I'll go with this because you're the one who rolled it. You do see as you peer in with your good elven eyes.
Yeah.
And actually now trained elven eyes. You peer off, and you do see these telltale, horrific hooks and kind of grappling mechanisms that are chained onto the side of the ship that you can see could fall down and swing wildly.
Okay. We need to be careful. This thing might just it might be a capture ship. Be careful. The hooks.
The hooks are on fire.
Is this like towards the direction that we're going?
It's not. It actually seems to be going in a different direction.
Just
Maybe we should lay low, not be spotted by it, or
let's lay low, I believe. Wait for it to pass and we can continue.
Hard to
Best
look.
not to be spotted.
Yeah, we can lay low. And you all try to find... Someone rolls me survival to see how good y'all are at finding a place to hide.
Yeah, someone do that. One of us.
Delicia's really
I'll
good.
do it.
Wow, thank you.
Wow, great. Smile.
I'll do it.
Smile.
Those.
This map is so
13.
insanely huge. This map that I'm loading is like gonna crash my computer.
Oh god.
And I have a good computer. 13. This was survival. And you find a decent little outcropping, a kind of minor cave-like structure that you hope will obscure you from the vision of the airship. And Harshnag says, "What the hell's an airship doing all the way out here?"
I have an idea, but
I think we all have an idea.
Maybe it's looking for dragons.
yep, that's what it is.
Very likely the person I told you about.
Yep.
Hashtag.
That's not good.
I think it's best that we don't get seen by them and we try and make it to the Eye of the Allfather before them. Because there shouldn't be a way that they can find it, other than us maybe
Assistance.
leading them.
From a giant as well.
Yeah, they are going the wrong way, right? They're not going in the way as we're going, so perhaps they are lost.
Maybe, yeah.
God, he says, I sure hope they're going the wrong way. It does appear that they are lost.
You take those.
Perhaps they've just been flying around waiting for us to show up to lead them the way.
Yeah.
It's very possible.
I forget, do they know that we are going here?
I wouldn't say that, but I think Maya's acutely aware of us trying to thwart what she's doing. And she may be under the impression we know.
Have we given her that impression?
Well,
Or is she just a suspicious being, perhaps?
she's careful. I wouldn't be surprised if she knew that Kaiser would get out of there. And apparently she talked about going to the Eye of the Allfather in front of him, right?
Well,
I would, as far as I'm concerned, she probably used that to bait us to come to it so we could lead her there. She's a clever one.
I mean, we can connect it to ourselves, but it's entirely possible that she's just looking for it, but not.
That's also very
knowing we're here.
possible. Yeah, she could not know we're here. I, at this point,
Seems like
struggle
a
to
two of-
believe
yeah,
coincidences surrounding Maya. She's very, very intelligent.
Regardless, we don't want her to find us.
Yes.
yeah.
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 Should we wait until it is out of vision and then continue upon our way?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We do that.
Okay. I would like everyone to make me a couple of... This is going to be a skill challenge. Yeah. Avoid an airship. So, relevant skills are anything that allows you to navigate the wilderness, to hide, or distract. You are attempting to basically avoid being seen. Get creative, like survival, certain spells, stealth.
I'm gonna turn into a mouse.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn into a chipmunk.
Okay. I like this. I'm into it. Let's see here. What would I say to that? Is this it? Sorry. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and roll me survival. As you attempt to scurry along like the little mouse you are.
17.
17. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Got that. What are other people doing?
Zane will ask, Hashnag, do you mind if I turn you invisible? You're easier to spot than the rest of us.
Oh, that's really smart. Yeah, that's probably a really good idea. Why don't you do that?
Alright, Zane will cast Greater Invisibility on Harshnag.
Okay, go ahead and roll me Arcana.
Alright. 9.
Okay. Others?
I will. Sorry, I thought you had something else to add on that.
Nope.
I'm going to cast Disguise Self and just make myself like a bald, pale person wearing all just like white clothes, like, you know, trying to basically chameleon myself in
Blended.
here.
Okay.
That's smart. Good answer, good answer.
Go ahead and roll performance.
Alright.
Guys, I don't got much here.
26.
Ooh.
Okay.
You have the hat of disguise.
That puts you on the map. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Aubrey, Kaiser, every player needs a contribution on this one. It's a complex and
If anyone
difficult
can think
skill
of
zone.
something for me, I'm all ears.
I can make one of us invisible as well. Like Kaiser, if you want.
I
Bury yourself in the snow.
bury myself like a goddamn ostrich.
Would you like to use? Would you like to use
Stick
your?
your head in the snow.
Yeah.
Would you like to know the level of the airship or its strength score?
Matt giving you that look too.
That pisses me off.
Oh god.
Yeah, if you have a way to disguise yourself, you can turn me invisible, but other than that, I don't really have much I can do.
Best I could probably do is turn you invisible and then just try to keep below myself.
I think that's probably better, because my armor is, it might be easier to see. It's metal.
Oh, do you have reflection?
No,
on?
I don't have reflection.
Okay.
That would make things real.
That would be a disco ball currently.
What's that over there?
Snowblind. Fuck.
Mhm.
Like, who's that fucking idiot?
Just
there he
instantly snatched up.
We'll cast invisibility onto Kaiser.
Thank
Okay,
you, thank you.
go ahead and roll Arcana.
We take
What is
those.
that? +3. Ugh, 6.
Okay. Kaiser, what would you like to roll? What would you like to do?
Wait, I got turned invisible.
Then I would like you to roll stealth.
Contribute to something, yeah.
Do I still roll a disadvantage because of my armor?
Yes, but I will let you roll with a normal straight roll because it's a skill challenge.
Okay.
Odd.
Because I am a merciful god.
Thank you. But to roll a 2. We take those. 14.
Okay. So, the dice were what they were, the things were what they were.
We lost.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
we're done.
You see the airship turn the other direction and drift away.
They know.
Like a remix.
They know.
They
I
know.
know.
They know. They know.
They know. We're done.
They saw us.
After some time, as you are going through the steps and motions and things, getting through this arduous path, you eventually come on what are very massively but well-hewn and carved stone. If it wasn't for the very heavy snow that covers them and the ice that conceals them, you could tell that they are pristine and well-crafted, almost entombed by this icy cataclysm that befell this area and created it what it is today. You step up the steps one at a time. 50 feet, 100 feet, 150 feet, 200 feet worth of stairs. You have to stop and catch your breath. Go on and on until you're at the apex of this place. And the sight you see before you is just an absolutely massive doorway. High and tall, wide and strong, with these what actually appears to be a kind of opening. Okay. I forget what the scale is here, but this is just a massive superstructure built into the side of this mountain. As you all step forward, you yourselves, as you peer in and try to see, you can't quite make out the details as you try to look past this doorway. But Harshnag steps forward and speaks a few words in Giant, and there's this kind of gentle glamour that falls from the temple, and you can now see it for what it is. It's well defended. It is built for a good defense. You can see there's a very narrow, by Giant standards, entryway, and that there are murder holes and ledges and things like that. But there does not appear to be any creature manning them. He says, we're about to enter a temple that, for all I know, has not been entered for centuries or millennia.
Ashna, can you close the door, or is it closed by itself? Or...
I can close it behind us.
Okay. Because leaving it open might not be the best idea when there's some people looking for it, right?
He looks around. Shall we go in?
I'm going to cast Locate Creature on Maya.
Okay.
She's next to you. It's me.
She was Harshnag all along.
Oh.
Harshnag in a suit.
Yeah, Harshnag stabs you.
Plot twist.
Is she within 1,000 feet of me?
The spell does not pick her up.
Huge. We take those.
Okay.
Take those.
I will accept that.
She does not have an amulet against proof of detection.
I won't accept that, but I will, kinda.
We just gotta take it for what it is.
So I guess you would see me casting a spell, but I do cast something as we're heading in.
I'm not dead, so...
He says, you're about to enter one of the most sacred sites of my people. I don't know what lies within, but should we encounter anything, well, the most important thing is that you all get out safe. And if we can, we spare the temple, but
Yeah.
sacrifices must be made.
I was going to ask if there what the defense is. If they're creatures, do we have any way to get around them as we're a giant, or do we have to fight them?
I would hope to parlay or engage in diplomacy, but
Just making sure that's a possibility.
Harshnag, I've written and heard plenty of stories, and this is some very grim foreshadowing you're giving me right now. And I understand that you're giving it to us as like a plan, but let's cut this out. It's all gonna be okay.
Yeah, you're not the only one who's heard prophecies. He steps forward and speaks. Do any of you speak Giant?
That's so ominous.
We
I
did.
don't.
I do.
I speak common.
Oh,
Wow.
That's
Okay.
cool. Very cool, Kaiser.
Thanks.
he steps forward and pulls out a massive thing of giant mead as you step towards this door that is sealed. And if you could hear Giant, what he says is, I pour mead to the Allfather for Hujrin, son of Hurgen, leveler of Ragnarok, son of Otar, Jarl of the Northern Wind Teeth, son of Grand Anam, all-seeing, all-knowing, all-quelling, all-father. Fireheart, mighty reaver of the worm's core. He who howled at the sun, he of the quenched heart, he who drowned in the river of swords. Once he finishes saying it and pouring the massive bottle of giant ale or mead, boom, 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 the door opens. Let's go. Pulls out. He sheathes actually his great axe. It's a holy sight. And he enters the doorway. And with that, we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh god.
Exclaims and Chipmunk.
Why is she right behind us right now? She's in the temple.
Just saved your
the temple.
spell.
Yeah, she is the temple.
She's a mimic.
Like, there's just like, I know there's a very good possibility she has some kind of proof against detection thing because she's been running from the center. Like, she's not trying to be found. Like,
Yeah. Literally what she does.
I was just like, I have to at least try it, right? Like,
Yeah.
but
Fair.
no part of me thought that was gonna work. God damn it.
Yep. And the skill challenge went the way it did, didn't it?
So thank you.
Sick,
Yeah.
Matt.
No, I'm just saying.
So you said something,
Hey.
but it didn't mean anything at all.
It did happen, yes.
Yep, we all saw those rolls.
I saw a 26. That's
Yeah,
what I saw.
that was really
Some
nice.
were good, some were bad, some were mediocre.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
It was
I
the
was
time.
trying to help
Fucking
Kaiser.
Kaiser.
I am like, you guys all have magic. It's the best you. I don't know.
You have the
Next
hat.
time, I'll give you my
Yeah, it
shoes
requires
of elven
attunement. We have
time.
10 minutes for me to sit here. An hour, sorry.
Yeah, I feel like we had an hour.
I definitely don't think we had an
Could
hour.
have buried yourself.
Yeah, I could have
So,
ostriched
yeah.
myself in the snow.
Could
That's
have
my fault.
covered you in leaves.
I
There's
know.
no
I don't know.
leaves here.
I roll. Yeah, there's never leaves from the goddamn frozen north.
Sorry,
We
you have a
covered you in
sword.
snow.
I rolled
Yeah,
a 14.
you have a sword. You could have just.
I don't know why you're blaming me.
Yeah.
I rolled a 14.
You could have killed yourself.
Oh,
Yikes! Yikes!
Wow.
And then we would revive you later, obviously.
Yeah, they would see my dead body. That doesn't make any sense.
No, we turn it over so they wouldn't see your face.
Well, then why couldn't I do that alive?
Play dead.
Play dead?
Then why do I have to be dead?
Because then they won't go after you because they want to
You're just not very good at faking, so.
Yes. Okay, I'm done.
Oh,
Say who talks now, Matt?
Who are you, Tom?
I'm just letting y'all just do your thing.
No, I'm good.
Whee!
You
All
guys
right.
are trolling me.
I cannot remember what the scale of this damn map is. 1 square 20 feet. Thank you. Goddamn. It's on the map. I'm an idiot. Okay. If we want to do outros, that's cool. That's cool, man. That's cool.
Oh, we could just bicker for another 10 minutes. Do you want
We
us to do
could.
that?
We absolutely
We-
can do that.
We can do that for 24 hours straight, probably.
Yeah.
We
We
put our
can do a
mind to
20.
it.
Yeah, we can do a 24-hour stream of bickering. Do we want to do that?
Just yell.
Thanks, I hate it.
As long as one of you organizes it, I'm happy to.
So does the moderator.
And I-
that
as
would
long
give us
as-
topics.
As long as I don't have to be here.
As long as I can not be there and you guys do it and it actually doesn't happen, then yeah, go ahead.
Happens at your own time, your own place, your own channels. Not
Doesn't
here.
actually even happen.
Please.
Plot twist: we all cosplay as each other and play each
Ooh,
other.
I was thinking
Uh,
that.
each
Why
other?
don't we do each other's outros?
Okay. No
Ooh,
one.
each other's
Oh, each other's
outros?
outros. I call Tom.
I call
Oh,
Cass.
shit, I wanted to do Tom. Damn it. Alright, I'll do.
I have
I guess
Faye.
I do Faye.
Nope,
oh,
too
you
late.
have
I already
Faye?
called it.
I have May.
Okay.
I have May and then Faye as Crow, and then I guess is what that would be. Well, no, because Matt.
I'm doing
That
my
has
own.
not-
Yeah,
Matt's
none
doing
of
his
none of
own.
you would be
Alright.
so foolish.
Alright.
So go ahead, Faye, who is.
Hello, I'm Faye. My Twitter and Twitch are it's Faye. I play TFT. I am very good at TFT. I play a chess game with League characters.
That just sounded like Tom doing the.
Was
Yeah.
that not what I was supposed to do? Did I
That's
mess
right,
up?
you did. That is what you did. You made a
Okay.
choice.
Crowan.
Next, Crowan, please go.
Which is Faye.
Faye.
Faye is correct.
Oh, hello, I'm Crowan. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Crowan, and on Instagram at C9Crowan. I stream a lot of TFT, and yeah, my favorite moment tonight was.
Oh yeah, that's a
What would be Crowan's favorite moments tonight?
chaos.
All of the prophecy discussion. Yeah.
No, that's your favorite moment. Crowan's favorite moment is the chaos bolt.
True.
Okay,
Called-
Casanova.
Matt having to do mental gymnastics.
Hey guys, I'm Casanova. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Casanova Heroes. I've been losing my mind grinding Legends of Runeterra for the past 7 days. Barely slept, but you know, just gonna be back on the grind, making a lot of content for it. Also have a podcast coming out sometime soonish, relative near future. Yeah, a lot big excited for that, and yeah.
Favorite moment?
Oh, favorite moment? Oh shit. Favorite moment was casting the spell to locate Maya and have it not actually tell anything, but you know, Lucius is kind of big anxious about the whole Maya situation, so yeah.
Thanks,
Okay.
guys.
May.
Uh-oh.
Hey guys, it's May. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at maybebuzz. I don't really play any games or stream. I do work in C9 though, but you know, I play Alyssa Selignari, and you know, I just like to make the antics go around and all that. My favorite part was, you know, the boning action. Yeah.
That's yeah.
Perfect.
Tomster.
I am Tomster. You can find me on Twitter where I don't post anything. Tomster_hots. I play D&D a lot. Sometimes on this channel, always on this channel. And my favorite part of tonight was when I hit something with my sword.
You got there.
Wow, those are actually uncanny. Okay, I am Matthew Foreman. I am at Matthew W. Foreman on Twitter, folks. I am a D&D content creator and occasional designer, and you know, freelance writer. My favorite moment tonight was not the fucking psychic spell. Was not. Was not. Was not.
Deleted, Matt. I'm
Thank you
deleting it
so
right now.
much.
It's deleted.
It's okay. It's my bad for not realizing there was new UA. My actual favorite moment might have been, I don't know, that was just a lot of fun. I enjoy the encounter. I enjoyed the skill challenge. I enjoy the way you all are. It's wonderful to DM for you all. So, next week there is no Big Boy season. Sorry for the interruptions, folks. It's my birthday. I'm going to go be a human being. And I believe we will pick back up with the Big Boy season on the 14th. It's a Friday night campaign, so we got to accept some kind of interruptions, you know? Sometimes people actually go outside and do stuff on Friday nights.
Weird.
Yeah, weird chimp. So, that's it. Alberon RPG might still be up. I'm not sure. We'll raid them, I guess. Make sure, you know, follow, subscribe, all that stuff. Thanks so much for tuning in. Catch Ghost of the Machine on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central. Have a nice night. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.